Hi, back again for another stupid video. I just wanted to talk about my last video that I made like about a week or so ago. It was kind of talking about how I feel like people are laughing at me and mocking me and like I'm a lol cow and all that. Well, I mean, yeah, there's some of that. There's some of that, and I don't like it. I mean, especially for this circle of YouTube here, you got men who, they're sharing their thoughts and, sharing like emotional stuff. And, when you come here and you mock men for doing that in a society that already just like completely shits on us for doing this. Yeah, I don't have a lot of patience for that. Yeah. So I don't like it. I'm to the point now, if I see it on my channel, I just get rid of people. Because I'm tired of it. It's just, I don't like it. But that's not really, that's not the main reason I am this way. Like why I'm just so unsocial and I don't want to have friends and any of that. The thing is, like, I think the best comment I saw to explain like how I feel about this was from that horsehead normie guy. The guy who always goes on about his wife like every single day. And he explained it best, is that when I socialize, I just don't get anything out of it. It's not rewarding. I'm not really accomplishing anything. It just feels pointless. And that's where I am. And it's like, last night I thought about it and was like, I just look back to like basically all my social interactions. It starts with my family and my parents. And my parents, and I've said it before, my parents are, just as like unsocial as I am. And my parents, like they financially, they've always helped me. They paid for most of my schooling. And they were supportive as they could be in, getting me a job and a career and stuff. But when it comes to like social matters, my parents helped me absolutely none. To this day, we've never had a discussion on like any social matters, like women, friends, any of that. I've never had that discussion with my parents. And I understand it's because like they're socially retarded just as much as I am. But, that leaves a hole there, like obviously, me as autistic, like I struggle socially and like I'm getting no help from them. And then I move on to like my friends in school, grammar school, high school, college, like the few friends I had. I mean, there were a lot of people I talked to that were acquaintances. That was pointless. And the few friends I did have that, we went out and stuff. It was just like pointless banter. And none of them helped me with women. None of them helped me like socially. It was pretty much just all a waste of time. Like I was just the guy that just kind of hung around there, and it was like, I was just there because, well, you're supposed to be social. And that was basically it. So, yeah. Probably the best example of like when I went to college, and I was in community college, and there was a teacher I had. She taught like the more business courses there. Now, first off, this is the teacher that eventually really helped me. It was like the main, source I had to help get me, the job I had through the library system for around a decade. So she was the main source behind it. And this is back in college, and I was in one of her classes, and she was big on like making us do like group projects. Because as she said, like, if you're going to be in the workplace, you're going to have to work with others. You're going to have to learn how to do it. Now, obviously, I hated it. And the one time I had a real issue was one of these projects, like it was a group project, And like she stuck me with 2 other people there. One was this stoner chick who just didn't care. She just did nothing. She didn't give a fuck. And then the other one was this ugly dorky guy like me, except he had like that fake confidence. One of those kinds of guys who's just like super annoying for me to be around. And basically like none of this project was getting done. So I went to my teacher and I was like, I'm sorry, but like, man, this group stuff, like it really isn't working for me. And she heard my problems, and it was like she really didn't address any of the social problems. All she said was, well, Todd, do you have a job? I'm like, yeah. I forget what job I had at the time. I was either at the Buffalo News at that time, or I was working at my shitty UPS ripoff job. That was probably the UPS ripoff job, where I was working overnights. It was like really physically strenuous and very tiring. The job wasn't bad, but it was hard. And like, that's all she could say. I was like, oh, well, if you have a job, like everything will be fine. Gee, thanks. And eventually, like, as I say, like, she helped me, like, have a career. Great. But, like, all these social interactions I had, it was all, like, the only emphasis, like, towards me was like, okay, you just go be wage slave cattle. Oh, are you struggling socially? Like, you never had a girlfriend? Like, we never see you with a girlfriend? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just have a job, cuck. Like, that's what I feel like I've always been seen as. Like, you're just the ugly guy, just go sit in the corner and just, like, wage slave all day. And everything will be fine. Because that's how I've always been treated. You know, like, when like, Depressed Unwanted Man, like, he, you know, the story how he lost his virginity when his sister hooked him up with some fat chick. I'm jealous of that, because I've never had an interaction like even close to that. I never even had like a real conversation with anyone about like socializing, meeting people, like any of that. Like, nobody ever helped me with that. And I think that's where like I have this mental block of like, socialization feels completely pointless because nobody helps me with any of that shit. That's what I'm really struggling with as an autistic man. And then there's like the whole point of like, you know, remember I was diagnosed with autism when I was 37 years old. I had it my entire life. It was obvious I did. And that's kind of a sore spot with my parents too, because I know that I remember that my second grade teacher, you know, they had one of those teacher parent conferences, and like she told them like, well, Todd's special. I remember she gave like some book like Todd's special, and he needs to be in like these courses and stuff. And my parents got really angry about it, and they just like didn't listen to her. And for some reason, they gave me that "Your Kid is Special" book. They gave it to me. So, I mean, my parents were aware of it. Like, I was struggling socially, but yet, like, nobody helps me. Nobody. Like, it's... As I say, financially, everyone's helped me pretty much. My family helped me. The government helps me. My teachers help me. They all help me there. When it comes to social matters, like, I don't have a clue what the fuck I'm doing. I'm obviously falling behind. And, like, just figure it out on your own, Todd. Everything will be fine. You know, just wage slave your entire life away, and it's all going to fall into place, right? And then, you know... It isn't until like I'm near 40 years old and actually do find women, you know, who are interested in me. Of course, they're all rotund old single mothers, and it's already effectively over at that point. And that's when I have a few experiences where women make it very, very easy for me. So then that the thing is, that even makes my attitude worse, because it's like, okay, but why couldn't this have happened 20 years ago? Why couldn't a woman who's remotely thin ever make this really, really easy for me? Why did nobody ever help me? And it's just you hear these stories about guys who are your side man, or your whatever you call it, a guy who helps you get with someone. That's never, I've never even been close to a situation like that. And what do I do with that? So this is why it's oh, well, a guy wants to be friends with me. It's okay, and what's the purpose? What the hell is this going to do? What are we even going to talk about? Oh, you're going to talk about the local sports team? Oh, yeah, it's great. Just spew a bunch of nothing about fucking sports or politics, for the love of God. Politics talk is the most fucking faggot, just self-masturbation shit there is. What are we going to talk about? Are we going to talk about simping for girls who think we're subhuman garbage? Yeah, no thanks. Depressed and wanting man really wants to be friends with me, but it's what are we going to do? Well, are we going to talk about Amanda? That makes me want to die. Yes, I know she's cute. Yes, I know you want to fuck her. But she thinks we're subhuman crap. And she wants to go fuck niggers. She would rather be with a guy wearing a shower cap and some weird pillow thing on his neck, wearing a wife beater. And then you got people coming to my stream telling me that I dress inappropriately. Yeah, anyone who says shit like that, I'm just getting rid of you, because it's just fucking annoying at this point. I don't want to talk about this shit. I don't want women who come to my chat just for attention or whoring their own streams or what the fuck ever. I don't want to talk about this shit. It's just depressing. And it's just a further reminder. It's okay, oh, the socially accepted people get to do that, but I just get these women, these people just want to fuck with me pretty much. I don't need that. So what the hell's the point? I just talk with some dude because, oh, well, you're not supposed to be alone. You're supposed to socialize. Blah, 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 blah. What the fuck? Why? And the thing is, I know I'm worthless in this regard too, because I can't help other people socialize. I don't know how to fuck do it myself. How am I going to help other people do it? Where am I with women? Yeah, all I can tell you, here's an Instagram of a handful of girls with BPD who are all insane as fuck and have 1,000 tattoos on their body. Oh, you want to go talk to them and yeah, if you want to find some girl who wants to make you suicidal, here, go message these girls. That's about all I can provide. So again, it's all pointless. Yeah, I think the horsehead guy pretty much said he connected with me the most in his comment. That's what I mean. I'm just seen as I really just think that I'm just viewed at best as just wage slave fodder. I'm just a pointless cog in the system. That's what I feel like I'm seen as. By my family, by everyone I've ever dealt with in life. And they just told me well, you're not good enough to socialize. You're not good enough to have a relationship. You know, just go wait slave, and like someone else will pick your sorry ugly ass. Someone else will do it. You know the feeling. You know, a lot of guys watching this. You know, you talk to a girl and it's like, you'd be so perfect for someone else, just not me. Tee. Well, that's basically like the story of my life. You know, Todd, just go wage slave 100 hours a week, and everything will be just fine with someone else. Well, it didn't end up just fine. And then the government and people in the mental health field just, oh, they're fine just giving me money to survive, but like, do you help me socially? No. I specifically asked, like, over 30 therapists now. It's like, okay, I don't know how to socialize. Can you please help me with this? No. Go wage slave. If you want to find meaning in your life, just go be a fucking wage slave. No, I already did it. That's not going to help me any, honey. Here, take these Jew pills. They'll make you a mindless zombie. You just want to work 80 hours a week and shut the fuck up. Go in the corner and die. Oh, you have autism? Oh, well, we can't help any adults with autism. Fuck you. Go die. Great. I mean, can you help me socialize? No. No. The best, you know, any therapist ever told me, oh, well, just go to some meetup groups. Go to some tennis meetup groups. It's like, okay, I've been doing that for over a decade. It's pointless. You know, I go to these meetup groups, especially with any women. They don't want to talk to any men there. Like, they're openly hostile to having any men there. I go to tennis groups. The girls there are chat only. I've tried many, many times. And then I go, and then I get, like, really, really tired and aggravated. And I just, like, hate the world. Oh, I'll just keep trying. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, what the hell am I supposed to do to have value to any of these fucking people? And of course, when you kind of realize these things, then that's how you get into, like, the black pill. then you find out, like, the real reason all this shit is happening. The real reason people just view you as, like, a fucking useless wage slave. So yeah, I mean, I just, there's no point in socializing if you're unattractive. If a woman doesn't find you attractive, you're just wasting your time. It's all a complete waste of time, and it gets so frustrating. Especially once you get to, like, my age. You know, I'm 43 years old. Like, I don't know, like, really, the only socialization I want to have at this point is a woman that, you know, finds me attractive and adores me, and, like, we mutually, like, really like each other. If it's not that, bye. I don't see the point. It's always just a waste of fucking time. And it's really just amazing that, like, throughout all the processes in my life, and, like, not a soul has ever, like, really wanted to help me socially. Like, not at all. You know, I get it. You know, I'm ugly, I'm weird, I'm autistic. But but these people, like, so-called say they want to help. No, you fucking don't. Like, it's just, yeah. This is why I hate people. This is why I never want to talk to anyone, because what the fuck's the point? And then the only quote-unquote value I can have to any of these people is if I wage slave 8 bazillion hours a week and they can use me for money. Wow, that sounds so exciting. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, ever since I was like a little kid, I never wanted to be the dude, you know, that's just beta bucks, or it's just obvious a woman is using me for money. Like, I had a couple uncles who were, I remember when I was a little kid, you know, they were like older men, and then they were in like their convertible with some young slut. Like, even then, I was like 12, 13 years old. I understood what was going on. I'm like, why the hell is he doing that? I never want to be that dude. If you want to be that dude, go get an escort. Like, I don't... And that's basically what society has told me. You just go wage slave, you be beta bucks for some woman who doesn't give two shits about you. If you can even find that. And of course, boomers think that's like really easy to accomplish. But in today's, you know, feminist world where women are making more than men, it's, finding that is going to be really... It's not even in the cards, and I don't want it anyway. So, as you can see, through all my pontification here, socialization is pointless. It is not going to provide me with anything I want in life. I'm more than fine being alone. I find peace in that. It's the only times I'm ever content and happy is when I'm not listening to other people's shit. Yeah, the thing is, like, I can be empathic and I can listen to all your shit, but it's like nothing on my end is going to get solved. Nothing on my end is going to be fulfilled. So, what am I doing? Why am I here? Yeah, so... Again, I'm an unsocial person, and it is what it is. You know, again, if you want me to be a productive, like, cog in society, provide me loving girlfriend, loving relationship. We mutually desire each other, and until I have that, I just don't care. I'm not doing anything for anyone. Give me my neat bucks and fuck off. Really as simple as that. Because I'm done playing your little fucking games. You know, all society does is tell me just go work a million hours a week. And then if you don't do that, you shit on me. Well, like, I'm like absolutely worth nothing to anyone. Well, fuck that. Give me my neat bucks and fuck off. I'm tired of effectively being told you're not good enough. You're not good enough for any social situations. You're not good enough for any of that. All you're good enough to just go wage slave in the corner endlessly, be a cog in the system, make some Harvey Finkelwitz a lot of money. Well, fuck that. Not interested. Yeah, I think I'm tapped out on my rantings today. There really is no point in like any socialization ever. I've effectively given up on it, and you know that's fine. It is what it is. It's probably what comes with autism. You know, you don't find socialization enticing. It doesn't motivate you, and it doesn't at all. It never has for me. So what the hell's the point, you know? And like I say, I come out here every day, like, you know, but does anyone, like, especially any women, do they even say hello to me? Do they recognize I'm a human? No. Women seriously treat dogs better than humans. And I see shit like that, and it's like, okay, great. They do. Like, people seriously treat dogs better than humans. The dog pill is unavoidable. Like, that's even more shit. I see that, and it's like, okay, can everything just, like, burn already? I should make my avatar on every social media. It should be like, you know, Pee-Pee the Frog. You know, I'm sitting there comfy in my apartment playing video games. I'm just, like, watching tennis. And then, like, outside the window, like, the world is just burning. That's pretty much how I feel every day. I just want to rot inside, comfy, and just let the world burn around me. Why not? Well, let's have the apocalypse. Because I've never been welcome in this world, and nobody wants me there, and I don't want to be there. So, like, what's the point? The sad thing is, like, this could have all been so easily, like handled, you know? This would have had, like, one nice woman in my youth, you know, want to make things work with me, and everything would have been completely different. And I was more qualified than many men out there. I had money. I had my own house. Steady employment for many years. You know, fair career. Like, I made above average in the area that I live in. I was good enough. You can tell me I wasn't good enough. The only areas I was not good enough was looks and, you know, autistic retard. Things that I had no control over. That's my genetic value. Other than that, like, I mean, I did what you're supposed to do, and I just wasn't good enough, and nobody wanted to help me. Nobody wanted to help me with the shit that really matters. And maybe none of these people, maybe none of them could help me. Maybe everyone else really is just as socially retarded as I am. Or at least, like, socially retarded enough where, like, they can't help a guy like me. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But anyway you slice it, socialization is pointless. So that's it. That's it. Stop. My gloves can't hit the stop button. God damn it.